Item 7, approval of financials. 7.1, resolution approving ratifying bills, authorizing budget transfers, and accepting monthly financials.
Did we vote on that?
The first reading.
First reading.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
7.1,
So moved.
thank you. Second,
Second.
comments, questions?
Comments? No
Yes.
comments.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at page 59 and page 60 and page 61. I'm looking at the expenditures, and there appear to be a lot of them that says temporary services to the tune of over 200,000. I'm just, is this a seasonal activity where we have temporary services in the amounts of over 200,000? I mean, is this seasonal, or is
I
this
think some are
anomaly, or
seasonal.
what?
Some are seasonal, some are to fill in for doing project work. We actually we're looking at that very closely now because under one of the policies that was just approved, we have a new category of position called part-time flex, which are those that are under 20 hours a week. And I think we have that are work either on a regular basis or that work to help support student programs, academic programs like tutors and screeners for the counseling center. Some of those were moved to a temp agency when we were trying to reduce the number of temps on our payroll. And some will bring back. So we've got some through the temp agency that really should be back on our payroll. But then others are to cover vacancies and project work.
Do you know how this
Some
compares to
seasonal.
what we've done in past years? Because, yeah, this is over 200,000 just on this one here. I mean, is that normal for us?
I think it's more shifting because we had more on our payroll before and then we moved more to the temp agency. So I would say it's probably in the normal range. One of the things that my department is doing is working more proactively because any temporary requests for agency temps come through my office. So now they are looking at, okay, do you really, especially if it's for some office coverage, maybe there's another way we can look at this. Maybe there's somebody else internal that has some spare hours that could work those hours without hitting an ACA issue.
We seem to be taking money from, like say, equipment purchases or supplies or whatever it happens to be in order to pay for people.
And that's the upcharge that the temp agency charges that weren't planned for
Budgeted,
this
yeah.
year. Because we used to have them on our payroll and then we shifted them to the temp agency.
Would it be possible to do a history on this sometime?
Sure. Yeah.
Good idea. Okay, any other questions? Roll call.
Mr. Conenour?
Abstain.
Ms. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
Aye.
Ms. Kashgarian? Dr. Griffin?
Aye.
Ms. Holland? Mrs. Oilschlager?
No.
7.2, resolution authorizing transfer of funds to the auxiliary fund.
So moved.
Thank you. Second, comments, questions?
This sounds fantastic. This has always been a complaint about not being able to respond fast enough. And this looks like something that going to finally, I need employees, I need trained, and we can do it, and we started to do it, and it's over with, and people get a job. This is fantastic.
Thank you.
I'd like to
Yeah, go ahead.
get some more information on, there's a statement here that says that this will also result in an increase of CLC's market share. Do we know what our market share is now or what we aspire to raise it to?
About 6% countywide. about-
Well, they're not talking about that market share, I don't think. Is Eric here?
Yep,
Yeah. Eric, you want to talk
Yeah.
a little bit about your training market share? I think that's-
absolutely, absolutely. So our market share in the training, contract training world is up in Lake County is approximately 25% of the market, but we lose out, or we are losing out on a lot of business that is paid for through unemployment grants and underemployment grants, so we are losing out because those are very competitive markets. So that's where we're trying to get in a little bit deeper.
So we're at about 25% now. What would we need to be at to say, hey, this was successful, this really worked?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, certainly, I think I'd like to be closer to a 40% number or 50% even to feel like we're really, owning the market.
And how long of a period of time would you?
Absolutely. I think it's going to take us a few years to get there. I think easily 2-3 years to build up momentum.
Or maybe 1 or 2 years.
Or 1 or 2.
There you
With
go.
a tailwind.
See how easy that
Yeah,
is?
that was lovely.
Nice
We'll just
job.
go with 6 months. I mean,
That's a little much.
Yeah, we're not bidding.
why don't we just do that?
No, he's doing a great job at designing a new unit there. And I agree with you.
This is fantastic. This is what is necessary. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to bounce from one place to another, and this is good.
Absolutely.
I had a question about this. I obviously love this as an entrepreneur here in Lake County. I love the idea of working with businesses. And I talked to Dr. Weber about this, and I was just curious that there was no mentioning of working with chambers of commerce. Are they your competitor?
No, they're not a competitor, but we're finding that although the chambers have a lot of membership of large organizations to small organizations, typically engagement is only at the very smallest level.
Okay.
So we do engage with them through our Small Business Development Center, and that seems to be the best pot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that group would take advantage of seminars and workshops. Again, they're small.
Small. Okay. So the larger and your larger members of the chambers, like the Abbotts and
Yes.
the Adbees,
So we engage with them
you
directly.
okay, but not through the chamber.
Not through the chambers, no.
Directly. Okay.
That's correct.
I'm just trying to get the pie together.
Yeah,
Okay.
the market's changed. It used to be we saw them more in the chambers, but not
Okay.
in the last few
All right.
years.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Roll call.
Just a comment, I don't recall Abbott belonging to any chamber of commerce.
Abbott belongs to all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of
That's a
them.
lot.
Yes.
All right.
It's just a matter of writing a check and saying they are a
Saying
member.
they're in them.
They are definitely a member.
Roll call.
Mr. Condon?
Abstain.
Ms. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Kerrigan?
Aye.
Ms. Kashgarian? Dr. Griffin?
Aye.
Ms. Howard? Mrs. Oilschlager?
Aye.